McLaughlin, and I am here with Michael Morrison, who is an iPhone, iPad developer for Stalefish Labs. I know is your company and a lot of independent contracting.
Yep.
We're talking about iAds, and I guess the big question I have before we get into it is there are a lot of other ad frameworks out there. I know Apple's kind of the big hairy monster. Is it worth jumping on to the iAds bandwagon or just continuing to use the kind of third-party stuff?
Well, to some degree, we don't know yet.
Right, that's fair.
I think it's fair to say that Apple is putting a lot of resources behind this and is determined to make it work.
Okay.
So in that sense, I think it is probably safe.
So you think there'll be an increasing number of, I guess, people writing ads for the framework and pushing ads into it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they've gotten a few heavy hitters. Nissan's a big, big advertiser right now, and they're signing people on. So big companies, and it looks promising.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I guess the million-dollar question is. Easy API to use, difficult API to use, kind of what are the big concerns we're going to be looking at today?
That's probably the coolest part about using iAds is that it's pretty painless.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to step through what it takes to implement it, but Apple's made it about as easy as possible to stick ads in an existing app and get rolling with it.
Very cool. So let's take a look.
At least we have the image changing, and that gives us our entry point for fixing the ad view. So back over in Interface Builder, the culprit here as to why the ad view is kind of moving around everywhere when we move is that we've got our auto sizing set to where it sticks to the top,
right,
but it's variable at the bottom. We actually want the opposite. So we turn off the top and we make it hold to the bottom.
Okay, and this is for the ad?
This is for the ad banner view. So right here, if we look, we got our ad banner view. And what we've made it, we've said, hug to the left, hug to the right, hug to the bottom.
Okay.
Let the top flex.
Okay. So that will stay on the bottom piece.
Correct. So regardless of what the view does, our ad's always going to reorient itself to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So let's save that. And this time, since the simulator was acting up a little, let's move on back to the device.
Okay.
And
should see some of the wacky behavior, right?
Yeah, because really that was kind of outside of our app there. All right, so running it on the real device.
So we expect the rotation to work, and then the ad should stick to the bottom.
Correct. That's right.
Still not resized.
Instead of jumping around on the screen kind of crazily.
Right.
Yeah, it should stick to the bottom.
Okay.
So there we are in portrait.
Right.
Let's rotate to landscape. Aha.
Okay.
So now it's stuck to the bottom.
Okay. Which doesn't look bad, but you said there's one that's wider.
Correct. So it's not bad. It's not entirely wrong. At least it's in the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the wrong size now.
Okay.
So we can see that now it tracks
all the way. Yep.
Which is pretty cool. That's what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
The problem is now,
and it's not reloading again like it was in the simulator.
Right. I think that might have just been the simulator acting up on us.
Okay.
So what we need to do is support multiple ad sizes is ultimately what we're dealing with here. And
not multiple views, just one view, right? The different sizes for that view?
Still one view, but we need to let that view know to change the size of the ad it's displaying in response to device rotations.
Okay.
So